Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Okay. All right. Um. Wow. What in the Zaddy? Um. So we're gonna make light and poke a little fun at the first two stories, but the first story is a little sad. No, not even a little. It's pretty sad. I mean, on and off. And for those of you that don't know, check the links in the description. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Excuse me, O'Shea Duke Jackson. All three links are from his channel. Um, wow. This young lady, well, older lady, but young lady, Janine Chatman. You know, helper to Duchess of York, if I'm not mistaken. Um, at one point, aide to the Duchess of York. And just on and off boyfriend, white boyfriend, got married. A few months after marriage, he killed her. Right? It's not something we're gonna celebrate. Um, it is to say, as I've said before, shout out to all you swirlers and divestors out there, right? Femicide, right? Um, we're gonna see more of this as more and more black women end up in non-black relationships. You're going to see more of this. Period. The only reason why y'all kept on saying, "Oh, black men and femicide and black men," is because you primarily were with black men, right? As you end up in relationships with non-black men, well, obviously you open yourself up to whatever. And I've said this before. I said this months ago. You're gonna open yourself up to how those men get down, right? Trail said, "So apocalypse." Right? You are going to expose yourself to how those men often delete their wives and their girlfriends, and you know you open yourself up to their ticks, right? The things that they do, their you know idiosyncrasies, the things that are common in their communities, and how they handle their women in their communities. And when things go wrong, how those things go wrong, that might be a bit more unique to those particular non-black men, right? We already know, right? So that story is unfortunate. I mean, you know, that's unfortunate, but you're gonna see that. And shout out to all you swirler and divester pages out there, and you level up black women pages out there, and get the best men for the job and vet all men. Yeah, all right, right. Now this lady, is a bit older. We don't know if she frequent any of those things. Maybe not. I'm not gonna put that on her, but we just use this as another cautionary tale. You're in a toxic relationship. Miss Chapman's sisters were like, yeah, we know they got into arguments, and and it was a bit. The sister said it was a bit toxic, a bit toxic, a bit. Your sister's no longer with us on this planet, right? Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks, and you said a bit toxic. Right? This man deleted your sister. A bit toxic. And we're gonna see this, right? We already know, like, that story right there is a bit disheartening, a little sad. Like, especially if we don't hear these people saying some of the most outrageous things about black men. I am not about these people being deleted just to prove a point, right? Just being deleted by Brad just so I can be like, ha, 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 right? Get your little five chuckles in. Um, but what I am saying, and the reason why I brought this particular story up, is to say, dear black women, like, this comes with the territory. Like, these non-black men be deleting their wives and girlfriends. I don't know if you knew that, right? Like, this is what comes with the territory. I mean, right? O'Shea also brings up Chad Wheeler. I mean, Homegirl pressed a restraining order on him. I mean, what what's y'all what do y'all thought? Like, I don't know. It's almost as if we're like in topsy turvy land. Who would have ever thought like women of color, black women, namely, would be fighting to prove something? Like, look, we don't need you. We could get non-black men. All right, white men in particular. And as O'Shea played the clip, like, Mr. Z once again stands correct, right? I stand in the truth. As that book, and I've seen the cover of that book, right, advocating for black women to date and marry exclusively, not exclusively, but date white men, marry white men, right? So as I said before, this is not even about non-black men. This is not about get the best man for the job. No, this is about white men, all right? This is black women politicizing interracial relationships as a power play. I always said it. This wasn't about love. This wasn't about even desirability as much as they like to claim it. This is about power. And this is about being next to the man, white men, with some power and influence. And even if he individually doesn't, because he's white in this society, if he's not a complete bum, you just being with him as a black woman denotes that, oh crap, a white man picked you, right? When I said what was the clip from Jesus Piece? Look, shining, it's shining. Yeah, what y'all thought? Right? So of course we're gonna see this. You know, and especially for those of you that are so loud about it, right? Y'all are so loud about it. Your disdain for black men, particularly in comparison to non-black men, white men. I've been telling y'all, it's really not about Latino men or Asian men. It's about white men. It's always been about white men. It's always been about white men. Right? These people do not, they despise black men because black men remind them of poverty. Black men remind them of the black community and the struggle and the bottom and being the permanent underclass. And instead of these black women who claim to be, this intelligent and industrious and hardworking and, instead of them taking up with white people as a group, they think they're gonna one woman army win the lottery into some white man's heart, a white man with some money, and just sell out in the sunset. Well, there's a couple of jokes in there about sunset, but I'm gonna let that one slide, right? There's a couple of jokes about sunset in there, but like I said, anyway, to see that covered, but I guess we could put that in a increasing list of black women who met their end at the hands of white men, and as Chrissy said, like these scare tactics, right? Okay, I mean, you should be scared, but apparently, Chrissy, you forgot what country you live in the history, and you think it don't matter anymore. All right, cool. You think I said most white men ain't still on that type of time. All right, cool. You think white men won't smash? Wait a minute, didn't we cover a story a few years ago of a white man that was smashing? And she was a kind of hood booger, but smashing a white woman. He deleted her, and then the daughter of that white man said, "Oh my God, I didn't know. Like, if I would have known, I would have told her. Yes, I would have told the black woman to stay away from my dad because my dad was a racist, and my dad always told me I would smile in a black man's face. I'll smile in a black person's face, and I'm always plotting to end them." The adult daughter said that. The adult white daughter of the white man. Y'all are so hell bent on destroying the image of black men and defecating on black men and belittling black men, y'all done forgot what country you live in. Oh, actually, you know what? No, you didn't forget what country you live in. You're trying so hard to merit your way into the hearts of white men that you are ignoring what country you live in. You're ignoring the history. You hope that it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, how's that working? It don't even got to be this extreme. How's that working? What else Stefco said? If he wanted to, he would. Yeah, if they wanted to, they would. Dear black women, if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to marry y'all like that, they would. You forgot what country you live in. This is not about your physical attraction or anything like that. This is about a hierarchy that they set up centuries ago. Alexa, cue up the picture that was drawn by some Latino group with the hierarchy, with the pyramid, right? The racial pyramid. We all done seen it before. If you care anything about black anything, you've seen it before. We all seen it. That separated the blancos from the mestizos, from the mulattoes, right? From the more indigenous looking Latinos to the blancos. We all seen it. Black women think you can escape that by getting a couple of degrees and moving into a neighborhood full of white men. Okay, yeah, that's it. And turning up the Valley Girl voice or the vocal fry. Okay. Okay, so on a funnier note, so that we could poke a little bit of fun. So I didn't really cover this, but I'm gonna cover it now. Jodie Turner-Smith. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I didn't really cover it. Oh boy! So we were covering this a couple of years ago when we were finding out. Wait a minute, she proposed to him. She did. They did the one night stand thing. She asked him out. He over here bragging about how the sex is the thing that really got him, right? Oh boy! Every chance he got, he exposed her and made sure everybody in white society knew that she was the one pursuing him. She was the one holding on for dear life. Every chance he got, he embarrassed her. Every chance. And she kept on holding on and holding on. Welcome to America, Miss Smith. Welcome to the white men in America. Y'all don't know. Didn't Gary Owens have to press a restraining order on his ex-wife? Ooh, god damn, Mr. Z. Something like that. That might be wrong. But he was running. Oh, he was running. Y'all gotta stop acting like white men aren't white men. I don't know what y'all think. Like I said before, I mentioned to y'all before, and you can't find the videos no more because they deleted all of them. But on the grapevine, right? On the grapevine, when Charlottesville happened, and all the brothers and sisters on the grapevine, Ashley Okuna over here looking shocked. What you thought? Wait, y'all forgot? Oh, y'all thought young white men weren't like their fathers and their grandfathers? What country are you living in? Or what country you thought you was living in? Because I'm the child of immigrants, and I always knew what country I was living in. So don't give me that, oh, it's a child of immigrants. I've always known what country I'm living in. Right? I've never been under any illusions. Right? So this whole, my parents didn't let me know, and I'm the child of immigrants. Y'all went to like Ivy League and like second tier schools. If anyone should know, wait a minute. Huh. Maybe that is the issue, huh? Y'all do know. Y'all are just cowards. You get your degree, you move into the burbs, you keep your child of immigrant talking to other children of immigrants. See, your parents, because I have aunts and uncles like that, they taught you, oh, that racist thing, that anti-black thing, yeah, that's a black American problem. Don't worry, go to school, keep your head down. White people ain't gonna mess with you until they do. Huh? Until they do. Don't worry, white people are not gonna flex on you. Just keep your head down. Don't worry about that racist thing. That's black people, black Americans, ADOS, FBA making excuses. Welcome to America, Miss Jody Turner Smith. Welcome to America. Y'all keep on thinking y'all could find other ways around. There is no other way. Y'all gonna have to fight white supremacy and anti-blackness. And it doesn't stop at the end of the white man's penis. Sorry. Right? Y'all could try to get with as many white men as you possibly can get. Marry one of them, and then another one is going to be racist as hell and flex on your husband and tell him now. I don't know what country y'all thought y'all was in. Dear Jody Turner Smith, welcome to America. The man embarrassed you every chance he. Yo, okay, fine. You and your wife, you know, she came on to you. She hit on you. Great sex, right? All of that. The fact that he was talking lets you know he was embarrassing you the whole time, and you stayed and you were holding on. What you thought? All right, fine. You and your wife, it started off as a one night stand. Cool. The sex was great. That's what kept you in the beginning, right? She proposed to you, and then you see all these little Chrissies and whatever. All of y'all hated first that he was exposing her. Secondly, yo, oh my gosh, she proposed to him. Wait a minute, what you thought it was? Dear all you Swoller and Divester pages, what you thought? See, most of the time the way this goes is that women just keep on applying the pressure until a man finally cave and propose. That's what y'all be doing to those white men. But no, Jody Turner Smith actually proposed. She didn't apply no pressure, she just asked. More probably demanded. Right? One night stand. You propose. Jeez. All that, no struggle of, I ain't settling. Right? No struggle of, right? I don't know. Maybe they weren't struggling financially, but, right? Which also brings me to Miss Tamar Braxton. Oh boy. Loud, hood, obnoxious. Look like she mentally unstable because Tony was the one that got famous before she did. Goddamn. Still jealous of Tony. Goddamn. Tamar, let it go. Let it go. Tony looked better anyway. Oh, goddamn, Z. Bro, if y'all don't stop being jealous of y'all siblings, right? Tamar, you had a good run. Tony had the '90s in a huge way, right? And you had a couple of years in the arts, more in the 20 teens, but yeah, you got a couple of banger R&B songs, and it don't got nothing on Tony though. But I'm just saying, either way, you still got a couple of bangers, right? So the white dude left and talked about positive energy. He need to go get he need his energy. In other words, all that I said. Listen to all these young women that's telling y'all, all these young black women telling y'all, hey, don't bring that attitude to the white men. So you dated the what 3-4 time baby daddy white dude. You thought it was gonna be something. Buddy Roll left you talking about God damn this energy. And Detroit said, is Tony still smashing Birdman? Last time I checked, they could not be an item anymore. But last time I checked, where's she going? Fine, all right. Let's say Tony Braxton and Birdman break up. Maybe they already did, and Mr. Z just doesn't know, right? Where you going after Birdman, Tony? Right? Where you going after Birdman? Ain't nowhere to go. Better stay your ass there, right? Dude, worth what 100 mil something, right? So did what we see here is like swirling woes. What in the Zaddy, right? I really want to change the title of this video to what Trell said, swirl apocalypse. I really want to change I might change the title, Trell, to what you put. That's what apocalypse is saying, right? Right. That title is hitting. That's actually a great title, right? But as I said, as these interracial relationships increase, we're gonna hear these type of stories because men are men are men, and white men like understand. You want to be with the group of men who pretty much think they could do anything on this planet with impunity, and that's half the reason why you want to be with them is for that reason. Guess what that means for you in your own life? It's like y'all getting with mob bosses, and then act surprised when the mob bosses on you. But you thought you were exempt? Why are y'all surprised when the white man's? When Black Guru said, when Brad eventually Brads. Dude from Dawson Creek, this dude embarrassed her everywhere he went. The secondhand embarrassment. Especially, this is supposed to be your wife. You're supposed to be protecting her honor, right? So before she was even your wife, this is your lady. Okay, fine. She hit on you. Fine. One night stand. Fine. This dude just blabbing. Yeah, she the one who came to me. Yeah, she the one who proposed. Is that not Yo. Jeez. Every chance he got, this dude embarrassed her. Every chance he got, he embarrassed her. Right? Trill, I ain't even gonna. That's funny. Oh, especially when she had the shorter haircut. Especially when she had, and by the way, there are black women that get away with the shorter hair. I mean, like, damn, their bald, shorter haircut. There are black women that get away with that. But not Tamar, bro. That Tamar, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, Tamar. Not you didn't have the facial structure. You didn't have the look. Nope. Indigo said, "Do you think she got down on both knees?" to propose. There's a pun in there. There's a pun in there somewhere, right? But that's a good question. Maybe, right? And she saw what she wanted and she went after it. But clearly, this dude embarrassed her every chance he got. He just, yeah, it's the sex. Yeah, she the one who came after me. Yeah, we had, one night stand. It started off with a one night stand, and I stayed because the sex was great. Then she proposed to me. All right, player. We hear you. We hear you. What it sounds like is he wasn't used to desperate black woman, right? Indigo said, "Down bad," more like down horrendous. And then you got Tamar Braxton. Black dude, black dude. Wait a minute, Tamar. Did you learn nothing from Halle Berry? Y'all, dear black women, I said it. From black men to white men to women, maybe? Thank you, Trell. No man talks that much about his wife's sex. I'm saying. No, come on, man. Like, we know how this go. And y'all are public figures and you just blabbing every chance you get. You ain't never respect that lady. And you want to know why, Jody? Jody, you want to know why? Because you clearly didn't respect yourself for the white man. Dear all you swirlers and divestors, y'all look and sound like Jody Turner Smith when it comes to talking about these non-black men, primarily white men. Y'all look and sound like Jody Turner Smith. Hoping and wishing and praying. We know y'all don't mean that vet all men. Y'all are not when it comes to those white dudes. Oh, you better believe it, Victor Creed. You better believe, Vic. You better believe it. And Victor Creed says there was definitely some slave play going on. Oh, you better believe it. Right? Why are we covering this? We are covering this to say men are men. You can't escape manhood and masculinity, number one. Number two, y'all are lying when y'all say vet all men. That's number two. Y'all are full of crap. Number three, relationships are relationships and relationships are going to relationship. Everything from the unfortunate case of Miss Chapman to Miss Braxton to Chad Wheeler's ex, right? To Miss Jody Turner Smith, right? White men are good at white men. And no placeholder says they nosy, and thank you for the super chat. They nosy, they're just hoping it ain't so. They're, of course. Of course, because they think the young white dudes, the 26 and younger, 28 and younger, 25, 24, 22, they think just because those dudes don't have the inward Tourette's that they're not anti-black. Just because they might smoke with a couple of brothers after school, they're not anti-black. Just because they might have had sex with a black woman once or twice, they're not anti-black. Y'all bar for what constitute anti-blackness is in hell. If he breathes in the same direction as a black person, oh no, he cool, he cool. Loser. Like I said, these are the weirdos that invite non-black people, primarily white people, to the proverbial cookout for anything. Oh, he know how to do the two-step. He good, he cool, he cool. Oh, he listen to rap music. Oh, he good, he cool. Right? Oh, he can stand to be around black people and not throw up. Oh, he cool, he cool. Right? You know what I mean? One white dude with a tattoo on his neck and it's like, no, he cool, he cool. Right? The bar for what constitutes anti-blackness is in hell. Oh, it's in hell. Right? And once again, no placeholder. Thank you for that super chat. And no placeholder says again, tell Prince Harry you should protect your wife, white man. Ooh, from your family. And your family is kind of known for often MFers. Your family kind of known. Right? Oh, that's a new term. And Broken Blade says xenophilic. Oh, I like that. Right? But Prince Harry, your family is kind of known for, you know. Anyway, rest in peace to Princess Diana. But yeah, your family is known to kind of, you know, make people disappear. Right? And freak car accidents. That should have never took their life, and rumor has it didn't take their life, but somehow they ended up in the hospital dead. But they ended up in the ambulance alive. I don't know. Right? Because rumor in the rumor mill says that she might have been pregnant from Fayed, right? Huh. Anyway, I don't know. I seen that generation of S-Class, yo. That's a tank. And they were in the back seat. All right. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. I'm just saying, Harry. I'm just saying. Rumor has it was your gram stop put the hit out. Oh god damn, Z. Stop it, Z. Stop. Stop. All right. And then for your dad to end up marrying the woman that he was cheating on your mom with anyway. I'm just saying. he might he might have to. Hey, if all right, I'm just saying, I don't have an older or younger brother, but yeah, I'll marry a woman. Screw all this retarded hierarchy. Y'all gonna have to off me. Whoever makes fun of my wife, it's gonna be a problem, right? And Harry looked like he'll dog walk William, so William don't want that pressure, right? But dear Meghan Markle, this is what you married into. Talking about rumors, if we're doing grapevine, right? Heard it in the grape. If we're talking about rumors, rumor has it you've been drooling over those boys forever. Rumor has it that you had their poster on your wall growing up. Now you were damn near hunting one of them. One of them, right? And so now you're married to one. I don't know, swirlers and divestors, not looking good. Mom ran and ended up with a white dude. Then daughter ran and ended up with a white dude, and she ended up with a prince. And anti-blackness still caught her in Buckingham Palace. You can't run from anti-blackness. Anti-blackness didn't even catch her in America. Anti-blackness caught her in the royal house. Oh, anti-blackness caught her across the pond. Right? Imagine that. You thought you escaped. You light skinned, you forget light skin, you racially ambiguous, you damn near white. You go hunting the Windsors, right? You end up with the younger son, aunt over here wearing weird jewelry. They wondering how dark your baby's gonna be when you damn near white yourself. Exactly. And Better You says, is he still a prince? Didn't he renounce something or leave the family? That's what I heard. Dear black women, y'all just taking these L's. Ooh, these L's. You gotta reconcile your blackness, and it's not up for black men. You gotta reconcile what blackness means with white people. With non-black people in general, but with white folks. The Jodie Turner Smith route won't work. The Tamar Braxton route won't work. It won't work. Right? And I'm gonna cover Chris Lineker put out a video yesterday or the day before, speaking about, patriarchy, and she's another example. It won't work. Dear black women, first, men are men. Secondly, you can't run from this. You can't run from this. See, when I say that, it sounds like I'm begging black women, or no. It's not about begging, it's about telling. Chrissy been swirling for at least what, a decade and a half? What she got to show for it? Y'all realize that the mother of all of this swirling crap, Crystalline Kerosene, threw a goddamn tantrum because her and her black baby daddy didn't work, and pretty much much of the origins of the divester talk, the swirler talk, the get you a white man talk, at least on the internet, could stem back to her. The black men are nothing but big D's and swag talk, all of that could stem back to, and she was throwing a temper tantrum because her black baby daddy wouldn't marry her lame ass. She married the lamest looking white dude. I don't know what he like in real life. You never know, because some of these white dudes look lame as hell and they be straight Nazis in their home with their wife and their kids, so you never know. She married the lamest looking white dude ever, and they don't even make it work. Well, there you go. And your daughter was out here in some polygynous, polyamorous relationship. Ah, right. All of that. Pathetic. So if we have a Miss Chapman, if we have a Jodie Turner Smith, if we have a Tamar Braxton, much of these women, well, all of them, born and raised pretty much way before there's this swirler divester talk on the internet. What do we expect young millennials and Gen Z black women to be going through? Right? Well, we already have examples of that. We have examples of that when we look at the My Massa challenge. We have examples of that when we're watching black women look desperate to see a white man dating a white woman. Yeah. We see examples of that when we see Lizzo trying to shoot her shot embarrassingly at Chris Evans and then pretending like she's pregnant from him afterward. And how does this affect black men? What does this mean for black men, Z? It means that these women think that destroying your image puts them in a better situation with non-black men, primarily white men. It means that they understand the message. That's why you have the young lady with the braids, young black lady with the braids, speaking about pretty much you can't treat white men the way you treat black men. All that crap we put black men through, she said it. All that crap we put black men through, we can't do that to white men. That's what it means. Right? So all this time, and I will continue to yell this from the mountaintops. All this time we were hearing the reason why black women speak to black men this way is because what black men haven't built. It's because black men are dusty. It's because black men are losers. It's because black men are this negative pejorative thing. It's because black men are that negative pejorative thing. And really it's just because black men aren't white men. We let them talk long enough, and they pretty much told you, yeah, it's because you're not white men, and you can't make us upper middle class and above white women, right? You can't make us upper middle class and above white women. As I said before, and I want to keep on emphasizing this, I've only said it a couple times. This is why it's so easy for them to transition from swirler divester content to level up and lifestyle content, because that's what it's always been about. Right? Oh, Vic, good point. We're not gonna ignore the Little Mermaid fetish, right? Now they telling you, yeah, I mean, okay, so okay, white men fetishize us, but black men do it too. In other words, it's okay for a white man, right? What Donovan Sharp says, womanese, it's okay for a white man to drool over your shape, to gawk at your shape, not want to do nothing with you but smash, because I mean black men do it too. There's no difference. There's no we're no longer extending in group privileges to black men. So a black man looking at your shape and drooling over your shape and looking at your face and appreciating that, it's the same thing, right? So these women are telling me, according to one of the complaints when when Bill O'Reilly got axed from Fox News, one of the women that claimed that he said something inappropriate or harassed her, right? O'Reilly harassed her, was a black woman, saying that Bill O'Reilly would talk to her and call her all type of chocolate, all type of weirdo stuff, right? And so what women like Yanni are saying, well, I mean, I guess it's okay. I mean, black men do it too, right? I mean, black men made sure to to put black women's shape on a pedestal, speak about how gorgeous black women are. I mean, how many white men have done that? Oh, wait, nope, they had Sarah Bartman out here in a goddamn cage. Black men talking about I like big butts and I cannot lie. White men had Sarah Bartman in a goddamn cage, but black men fetishize you too. Ain't that right, Yanni? I mean, Meg the Stallion got her name from black men calling taller, bigger, thicker, more Amazonian built black women stallions. And her name, her entertainment name, comes from that. And yet, I mean, black men fetishize you too. Huh. Juvenile has one of the most pivotal songs of the past goddamn 20 years. That song is not even just a booty shaking song. It's like, it really isn't. Nothing but black women in the video. Everyday black women. The whole song is dedicated to black women's shape and that ass. But black men fetishize you too. Would black women's aesthetic even be on the map if it wasn't for black men? What black women? Oh, wait a minute. Chrissy talks about being. Oh, wait. Would black women even be part of the conversation if it wasn't for black men? Black women, you think you could have put yourself on the pedestal of beauty by yourself? Taking over for the 99 2000. Shout out to Better You, right? Thank you. And Indigo says, have you ever actually listened to the lyrics of Baby Got Back? It's deeper and more progressive than it seems on the surface. Bro, but black men fetishize you too. Stop talking. Y'all be reaching. So the reason why we cover this is to say, yo, these white men are not. Mr. Williams went out of his way to protect his daughters from racist white men. Yeah, racist white women, but mainly racist white men, calling his daughters everything but the child of God. Monkey. Insulting, pretty much saying they're built like men. Not even pretty much, saying they're built like men. And both of those girls became women and chased after white dudes. You can, oh, well, she was with Drake. She was dating white dudes too. Stop it. She didn't comment. She was dating white dudes too. Stop it. All right. This dude turned girls raised in the hood into tennis superstars. What they said, Serena is the most winningest person in like sports history. Winningest is not a word. I don't suggest you use it. Right. And they honor their father by both of them being with white dudes. I mean, goddamn. And y'all want to talk about what black men haven't built. Black men built freaking tennis superstar women. Black men built Beyonce. Black men built Beyonce. Black men built Serena and Venus. What black men haven't built. When Whitney passed, what plane was her body on? Who flew her from one place to the other? Was it not Tyler Perry? Wait, Tyler Perry, isn't that a black man? Well, damn, there you go. Right? Black men built Tina Marie. Black men built Tina Turner. Both Tinas. Right? Y'all could say, oh, I disagree. Black men built Tina Turner. No, it's not that Tyler Perry could fly a plane. No, it was his jet. It was his jet. Right? Do we gotta go into how many songs R. Kelly, Babyface, right? Neo done ghost wrote for women? Ryan Leslie done ghost wrote for women? The fact that Rick Ross was ghostwriting for Trina? Right? Do we? And yet, Yanni tells you, but white men, black men fetishize you too. And tying that to the story at hand, look, these people are going to have a negative view on black men regardless. They're going to swirl and divest if they feel so inclined. Dear black men, this is not on you. What you haven't done, what you haven't built, right? Who you haven't protected. These people just want the lifestyle of upper middle class and above white women. And they feel like they've been stripped of that. Not even stripped of that. They feel like they never were given the chance, right? They feel like they were never given the chance, right? Nicki Minaj, where would Nicki Minaj be without Young Money? Where would she have been without Birdman, Slim, and Lil Wayne? That doesn't mean her career wouldn't have popped. It would have never been what it is now, right? Little Kim without Biggie, there would be no Little Kim without Biggie, right? Would there be a Foxy Brown without Nas and Jay-Z, right? And maybe AZ, right? What black men haven't built. Have you ever heard of Barry Gordy? I'm just saying, like it's these people just be talking. If we go down the entertainment sphere and speak about how many black women owe their whole entire career to a black man or black men in general, right? And yet we have these people just talking reckless about what you haven't built. Right? And even with that, y'all listen and y'all listen clear. Let me tell you the type of topsy-turvy world we live in. Jodie Turner Smith can turn around and still end up with a black man. Yeah, that's the world we live in. Uh-huh. Jodie Turner Smith can turn around and still end up with a black man. That's the type of world we live in. Tamar Bryce can turn around and still end up with another black man. I'm not talking about bum ass black dudes either. Especially for Jodie Turner Smith. All right. That's the world we live in. The young woman that Chad Wheeler knocked out can turn around and end up with a black man. Yeah, that's the world we live in. Hmm. It's funny. Black men are the most egalitarian daters. The most egalitarian daters in the country. Shout out to Charles Faulkner Jr., the garbage man of the dating world. And yet we're in a community with a bunch of people that speak about us like we're colorist neo-Nazis, where they celebrate and big up women like Jodie Turner Smith, women like Tamar Braxton, right? Women like Eve, women like Ketanji Brown Jackson, Supreme Court judge, right? Not for these women's accomplishments, outside of accomplishing the most important thing a woman in America can ever do, ever in history: end up with a white dude. Everything else don't matter, right? Especially a black Tika Sumter. And what's interesting is even in these black women's interracial relationships, they give you glimpses of why they don't work with black men. Because what was the thing with Tika Sumter? Why don't you marry him? I think he was ready to get married. She was the one holding the marriage off for her career. So even when these women, just like Jodie Turner Smith, oh, black men leave black women pregnant and black men did. What did we hear? Oh, by the way, Tika, even after the child was born, she's still holding off. Jodie Turner Smith, one night stand with the white dude. If Jodie Turner Smith was into brothers, it would have been the same thing. Oh, you let her propose to you? Nah. She beat me to the punch. Tamar Braxton, dating the white dude that's, baby daddy to how many different children? How many different women? So when these women end up in these interracial situations, they still show you who they are. They're the same people. They're the same people. Excuse me. Maybe initially they give, and just like Black Uru said, eventually Brad's, eventually Keisha's also. Right? Eventually Keisha's also. And so Tika Sumter, same situation. She would have pulled the same thing on a black man. And we would have been hearing how he dusty and all of that. Rihanna, what did she say? She left the Arab dude because he was boring? Right? Keke Palmer doing entirely too much. These are famous women, but everyday normal black women are doing the same thing. Right? We cover this to show, first, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, because I don't know, he got a killer team over there where he is. Right? But we also cover this because, like, this is what it is. Right? We're showing, like, these are the people that everyone keeps on telling us that black men aren't doing for. And yet, look at these people when they end up in interracial relationships and interracial situations. This is the beauty of the internet, that we can actually have these conversations, because 3 and 4 decades ago, it just would have been, oh, black men ain't nation, black men are secretly gay, black men abuse their children and they abuse their women and they leave their women. And well, in actuality, Tika Sumter, right? When in actuality, Halle Berry. right? When in actuality, Tamar Braxton. When in actuality, right, Jodie Turner-Smith. When in actuality, Tracy Ellis Ross. These are women that can't make it work with the white man either. Right? Wasn't Keke Palmer seen with a white dude at one point also? Like, bro, y'all gonna admit eventually that these people, half the time, it's their fault more than half. Right? Right, Volcanics, give me a second. Dr. Thunder says Dusty Zaddy trumps Dusty Ninja. Of course, come on. Ain't nothing dustier than a dusty white dude. What's dustier than a dusty white dude? Especially a dusty white dude that know he got it like that with Asian women, Latina women, or black women, especially Latina or black women. What's dustier than a white dude that know he could run through some Latina and black women? Tamar Braxton's ex anyone? Goddamn. Right? It's not like y'all haven't been screaming that these dudes are better than black men, right? I mean, where would they get the idea that they could do such a thing to black women? Right? And no placeholder says, and thank you for the super chat. Soon as my boys get 12 years old, I am sending them to, I am sending them on a 1 to 2 month summer trip to other countries, whether with family or schooling or sports camp. Bruh, do it. Expose them to different things. Dustin puts a new meaning to the name Dustin. Right? Trail. But yeah, do that, no placeholder, do that. Expose them to something different. If they end up with black women in America after that, so be it. But yeah, expose them to different things, different people, different atmospheres, right? Different cultures, right? And have them be exposed to little girls and people that are not like yanking their children away from them, right? Or a culture that says, "Don't you come home with an N-word, with a ninja," right? And it might be a black woman telling their daughter, "Don't you come home with a ninja." Nowadays, right? How embarrassing. That Jodie Turner-Smith story, how embarrassing. We're done muling for black men. Well, y'all muling for white men now. As if y'all were ever really, really muling for black men. Stop. No more muling for black men. All right. We hear you. It's kind of embarrassing what's going on right now, though. Kind of embarrassing. Right? So, Jodie Turner-Smith getting divorced. Tamar Braxton done with the white dude. Wasn't I supposed to cover a story about them? Didn't last that long. Right? And unfortunately for Miss Chapman, right? For Miss Janine Chapman, Janine Chapman, On and off in a relationship for 6 years. Y'all get married. The marriage don't even last how long? Y'all want to talk about the toxic relationship between black men and black women? Any news on K Michelle? Funny. Don't worry, y'all gonna see K Michelle going through it. If these white men were so magical, she would have. You trying to tell me she hasn't been trying to end up with the white man since Ryan Lochte? How long ago was that? If these white men were so magical and great, you would have had one already. Which your men are not good people. Get your lame ass the hell up out of here. Y'all just got to start calling black women lame to their face. Get your lame, insecure, can't make it work with any man because if you could, you would. Get your lame ass out of here. Yo, insecure. Men aren't good people. I guess that's why you with the white man, because for you, the white man isn't a man. He's extraterrestrial. He's a god. Right? And when you say men aren't good people, you're not talking about the white man, right? Because he's not a man. He's not a mere mortal. Right? So we go from men aren't good people a few years later to now get you a white man. Get your lame ass. But white men got the goddamn. And it's funny because just like Dr. Jennifer Lundquist said, white women, PhD in sociology, white men keep on talking like they're the bottom of the totem pole. But in reality, they got the best goddamn PR campaign on the planet right now. White women, Latina women, black women, Asian women, all right under their crotch area. Praying for a baptism. God damn, Mr. Z. Right? Better you said he's better than God. He's Zaddy. Dr. Thunder said, why Jesus? There's I never doubted the whole white Jesus and the way we socialize our kids and the way the Bible is written. And even though we speak about skin of bronze and hair of wool, but then your child looks and it's nothing but white Jesus iconography everywhere. And what does that mean for a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, right? So I never doubted that whole white Jesus thing and what it does to the minds of the children. Shout out to Good Times. That was a great episode. Ended horribly, though. Right? So, you know, this is embarrassing, but we're gonna see more of this, and I'm covering it because first, getting our weekly dose of swirler divester. I guess we'll call it prawn, right? That's number one. Number two, dear black men, I will continue to say the way black women on the interwebs at least are speaking and advocating has less to do about you and what you haven't done and more to do about them, their status, their insecurities, them appealing to white men for the most part not listening. It has nothing to do with you. It's about these black women and their neoliberal assessment of men and masculinity, which automatically puts white men at the top, and then black women doing their best attempt at trying to appeal to these white men. This is not about what you haven't done. Is this most black women? Now, on this point, I don't think it's most black women. Most black women would not embarrass themselves this bad. They ain't gonna pull a Jodie Turner Smith, not even for the white man. That would I give black women. Most black women ain't pulling no goddamn Jodie Turner Smith. They ain't gonna do that. Propose to him. First of all, one night stand. Maybe the great sex. They're gonna try to trap him on some great sex thing. Now that they will do. But ask him out, one night stand, and propose. Yeah, most black women ain't doing that. They ain't going that far, right? And then have him embarrass you in public over and over again, right? Will black women pull a Tamar Braxton? Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, date the white dude that has multiple baby mamas. Yeah. They'll pull that. Oh yeah, they'll definitely do that. Especially your hood black woman. Oh yeah, she'll do that. Yep. Just for the bragging rights and for the potential mixed baby. Oh yeah, she'll pull that. Right. And Walter King says they envy Miss Anne. Yes, they do. PK says they are. Go watch. Oh, PK saying nah, Z, nah, it's a different day. And PK says they are. Go watch TikTok. From what I hear, it's bad. Like so much so that white dudes been coming out admonishing it. Yeah. I've seen the couple recent videos of white men being like, all right, y'all doing too much. How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing. And I want to put that at the feet of the people it should be at the feet of. Krista and Karazin, Cynthia G, Chrissy, Shira 7, Chris Logic, Lexus Exodus, Mahogany Pink, even though she hasn't produced content in over a year, right? Paris Malone, Real Talk with Yanni, and a whole host of those divester whoever's, divested witch, divested zealot, whatever they names are, right? The Alejo chick, whatever her name is, all of those women, I put it at the feet of them. You have young black women and some even not so young black women getting so cringy with it that white men are like, okay, you doing too much. How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing is that? Right? And Volcanus says Grand Rising Z and chat salute. What's going on, Volcanus? Morning. Great morning for some obligatory swirler divester content. Right. And as I said, this is like if you just run into someone and y'all meet and y'all date and y'all have sex and y'all get married and y'all have children and it just so happened to be a white dude, whatever. Fine. You couldn't make it work with black men and you tried, dating a white dude and it actually hit off and then 10 years later y'all married and et cetera. But y'all on this jihad campaign against black men. And so Mr. Z is here to be like, first, 5 chuckles. Secondly, what you thought? Men are men. Third, this is what come with the territory. K-Dot says they thought they would be Miss Cartwright. Yes, they did. For many of them, that's exactly what they thought. Unfortunately for them, Mr. Cartwright had different plans. You were always going to be regulated to the side chick. At best. Hey, PK, I'm not gonna say, talking about admonishing. I'm not gonna admonish you for this. I'm not gonna say you're completely wrong. And PK says, nah, always give it the side eye when it's white dude, black women. Sorry, not sorry. They are on something entirely different. Hey, I can't say that you're completely wrong on that. And black women have been letting us know more and more that their interracial relationships with white men are very political. They're letting us know that more and more, right? That there's an agenda behind it. And I think that's perfectly okay. We live in a society where these women have the ability to, chart out their own destiny. And if they are dating out for political reasons and to stick the middle finger at black men and to, try to virtue signal to this society that they are metropolitan arrived 21st century women and, they would not be regulated to dusty black men, right? To loser black men. What Ebony K. Williams call us, mediocre black men, fine. If that's what their goal is, then cool. Hopefully it works. Maybe not. Probably not. Most likely not. Nuke said, hell, white women can't even be Miss Cartwright no more. Most white women will never be Miss Cartwright. Y'all forgot Mr. Cartwright had money and status. He wasn't no regular smuggler white dude. He owned a company that was passed down to him from his dad. His mom outmaneuvered him for the company, but right? Your average working class white woman can't even be Miss Cartwright. Right? And on that note, we'll make this abrupt end. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I'll pause right there. Great stream. We cover this, rest in peace to Miss Janine Chapman, right? That's a pretty unfortunate story. I don't wish these people, deletion. There are a couple of them that, ooh, they be pushing it. But I don't wish these people deletion just because they end up with a non-black man, definitely a white man, right? Right. And Dr. Thunder says 8:30 live. Y'all go check out Dr. Thunder in about 30 minutes. A little under 30 minutes. Right. So like I said, love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll pause right there. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. PK, I'm like waiting for you, bro. I'm waiting. Hurry up and put the link in, or put in the comments afterward, right? Oh, there we go. Okay, I made it. All right. So on that note, here I'll highlight it also. On that note, Trail. I said Trail. Indigo. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Love, peace, and a drumstick. So yeah, love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll pause right there. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, like Dr. Thunder in about 25-ish minutes. And yeah, so we'll end it right there. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Mr. Z out. I don't know if I'm afternoon streaming or nighttime streaming because I'm probably gonna leave the house a little bit. I'm gonna cut it close and I'm gonna rush to the house. So I don't know if I'm gonna be afternoon streaming because Forza. Right? So that. Yeah, so Mr. Z is gonna run home, take a shower, play Forza, take the smallest nap humanly possible, wake up and run to work. All right, everyone. Y'all all right. We'll just end right there. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.